Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Ace and I got more Guild Wars 2 content here for you. And we are going to take a look at the Asura character creation. It's a new race released with the beta, of course, with the latest, at least the last beta. So we're just going to take a quick look. Of course, if you are looking for the female and only the female, there should be a time code in the description box below. But we are going to start off with the male. And as you can definitely tell, this is the smallest race in the game. We have already been seeing them during the other betas, of course. But it's finally good to see that we can actually play them now as well, as to be expected. And they definitely look a little bit creepy, I am not gonna lie. They look like the stereotypical aliens almost. But nonetheless, they should not be messed with because they are still very dangerous. Let's go with an engineer, why not? I have seen a lot of cool Asura engineers in artwork and such, so I am definitely gonna make one. Just to see if I can recreate that look, if you like. But you can definitely increase the size, but if that really matters for an Asura, who knows? The physique can also be changed, you can hide the armor. You can definitely tell that there are not a lot of options available, but then again they are very small, so that is to be expected. The skin markings can be changed as well, and they almost look like war tattoos, so that is kinda awesome. They are definitely more defined as skin patterns when it comes down to skin patterns compared to the different races. Of course you can get an afro if you are into that, or just go bald. But only 9 hair pieces available right now for the male, so that's a bit depressing. But then again, what are you gonna give this specific race as a typical hairstyle? You can change the face including the eyes, but you can't really adjust them separately, which is always a bit saddening for me, because if I were to enjoy this eye, at least these eyes, but not the face, then I'm stuck. But then again, this looks, well, not as scary as the other ones, so I'm gonna take it. As you can already tell, you can change the skin color, but it stays within that grayish, brownish, darkish tone. That is to be expected. Let's see, we can change the ears. Now what seems to be reasonable? Well, that doesn't seem to be reasonable. This seems to be reasonable. Looks alright. As you can see, all the usual options to customize eyes and such are still available. And as you can definitely tell, the iris size has to be big because his eyes are very big. So it kind of has to be in direct correlation. Nose placement is still a thing. I'm gonna push it a little bit more up. Cheek puffy, why not? Customize your chin and jaw, pretty straightforward. There are a lot of options available and you really want to take a good look at it because, well, this is not a human, clearly. So you definitely want to create your own typical Asura look to be a little bit more unique, of course. Head size increased because why not? Armor dies, and as you can clearly tell, you can still basically make your own look when it comes down to armor color. And remember guys, what you pick here is not definitely permanently or whatever. You can actually just go into the game and change it whenever you like, which is kinda awesome, because the moment you get sick of your color code or the color combination that you may have created, you can just directly switch it to something you're more into. And this is not really the typical style that I would go for, but you can definitely tell there are a lot of options available. 3 types of color codes for each armor piece, so you can definitely create your own look when it comes down to that. Now, of course, when you play an engineer, you of course have to choose your item, basically, and we can already definitely tell. It's too bad. I was expecting goggles on top of my head like sunglasses when you're not wearing them, but too bad that's not really a possibility. We're going with the monocle anyway. Let's see, ferocity, why not? And as you can see right here, this is where you can pick your own Asura storyline. I'm a member of the College of Statistics, Dynamics, or Synergetic, so you can definitely tell that the Asura race is all about the brains, and that's kind of awesome when you play an engineer, so it kind of works together. And you can definitely tell, depending on what you prefer personally or what you want your character to prefer, you can definitely tell what you like, and this does influence your storyline. So take a good, well, a good few moments to realize that. And my first invention was, let's see, we have a valet golem, which basically is just, well, golem, a converter by the looks of it, that affects the weather, and an infinite ball. That seems to be very interesting. We'll go with the golem. We are very bloodthirsty. The first advisor, the one who taught me almost everything I know, almost, was Bronk. And this is these are very important characters that you can select from, which will affect your story quite a bit. So depending on what you prefer, you can definitely tell. Let's see. Always bring a witness. Zynga. Planning ahead is for ninnies. We'll go with the wisdom type of. No, I like him. When it comes to besting the enemy, there's no such thing as overkill. I always like that. And once again, when you have finished everything off and you are happy with your character, you can pretty much just, you know, go read the contract that you get, you know, make your name, and call it a day. So now we're going to go to the female, and I do expect a little bit more from the female, especially when it comes down to the Asura. So let's see what we have. Well, they still look like aliens from outer space, so that's not never gonna change. But you can definitely tell they are female, because when it comes down to different races, it's sometimes always a little bit more difficult to tell if there's a clear difference. But even though there's not a lot of difference, you can definitely tell that these are female. So we're going with the Guardian. Wow. That just happened. The shoulders just completely disappeared. So apparently that's a thing. Physique. Let's change the physique a little bit more. Skin markings can also be changed. Let's see. These are not as defined by the looks of it. Let's see if we can make them a little bit more defined. Once again, looks just more like war paint than actual skin patterns. So that's kind of awesome. Head options. A lot of head available. Well, actually not. For a female counterpart of a race, there's only 9 hairstyles available, while if you look at the other races, there tends to be a lot more for females. So that's actually kind of surprising. The face and skin color, wow, that is just straight up scary. Let's see, skin color is still the same grayish tone, just like the males. Let's see what we have for the ears here. Only 6 ears once again. Not a whole lot available, but you can adjust them, so even if it doesn't look too much, you can make them your own unique ears. Let's see, the iris, basically your standard customization of the eyes, and of course the eye colors. Customizing of your nose, if you are into that. Customizing your mouth, pretty straightforward. You can move your lips, make them bigger, smaller. Your chin, your jaw placement can be adjusted, which may be a good thing to do to bring it a little bit more inward, because now it just looks like you have a watermelon on top of your neck. Hey Arnold. The head size can be shrunk down, and of course also be increased. And when it comes down to the armor dice, it's pretty straightforward. You have armor pieces. Every armor piece has a color code up to 3, and you can just adjust them, you know, the way you like. Make them as crazy as you want with purple or pink, or make them as realistic as you want, or a combination of the both. It all seems to be very plausible, actually. And also you can also change the color of the misc items, as you can see right here. I forgot to mention that. But as you can definitely tell, you can change the color of them as well. As you can see, all the colors do change for every single one of them. So that's kind of neat. So once again, you can basically choose your Guardian storyline. And also, as you can definitely tell, you don't have any shoulders as a female Asura by the looks of it. So that's the thing. Your personality as a Guardian. Once again, you are a member of the college, which basically shows that the Asura is about the brains, which is going to be very nice, actually, because I like smart things. Let's see. energy patterns seems to be a good thing. The infinite ball, because why not? And I would like to see a little bit more advisors, because none of them really fits my serious type playstyle when I go down to a serious type of roleplay or storyline or background for my character. There's not really one that really fits what I would like to have. But we can always go with what is closest to the thing. And then you get your contract once again. If you are happy with it, you can practically just make your name. Hopefully it's not taken yet. And then you go from there. And this pretty much sums it up for the Asura, guys. Make sure to check out my other Guild Wars 2 content. I will put a playlist link, because I have gameplay, I got other character creations, and I've got the starting zones covered. And we'll go from there. And I will see you guys, not take you guys, I will see you guys next time. Take care.